An unexpected bureaucratic crisis is quietly threatening the financial survival of our community right now. Thousands of hardworking American families report facing sudden permanent losses of their federal benefits this month. The system leaves many ordinary citizens to navigate a broken machine entirely alone without any warning. Middle-class households feel trapped in a dangerous regulatory gray zone by an understaffed administration. You are considered too wealthy for emergency state aid, but too vulnerable to survive these systemic errors. The federal government has recently experienced deep budget cuts affecting its entire operational workforce. Independent policy groups report that thousands of trained employees left the agency over recent years. Reports indicate staffing levels dropped significantly, while the system serves millions more beneficiaries than before. Independent researchers argue that missing internal performance metrics make processing delays harder to measure accurately. This structural pressure leaves working families vulnerable to missing a full month of life-saving funds forever. The upcoming calendar shift is creating a confusing situation that could instantly drain your monthly bank account. A double deposit is hitting specific accounts in July, but it is absolutely not a government bonus. The agency is moving the August supplemental security income forward to Friday, July 31st due to weekends. If our community spends that second deposit immediately, August will bring exactly $0 in financial support. Families who fail to budget for this artificial gap risk facing immediate eviction or severe utility shutoffs. Meanwhile, millions of citizens who began collecting before May of 1997 face a different shift. Their regular funds will arrive one day early on Thursday, July 2nd due to the federal holiday. If you check your bank account on Friday the 3rd expecting money, it will not be there. The government treats the official Independence Day holiday as a non-business day for all electronic transfers. This shifting schedule causes widespread confusion for households living paycheck to paycheck across our nation. The real danger is not the calendar adjustment, but the reported breakdown in specific communication channels. Some public reports indicate phone wait times can surge while local field offices face massive backlogs. When families call for help, they often encounter dropped connections or representatives who cannot resolve issues. Advocates state that disability appeals have increased significantly, forcing people into a state of constant anxiety. The wealthy can easily hire expensive lawyers to navigate these complex federal rules for years. The very poor receive direct legal assistance from dedicated poverty defense groups in their cities. But the average working family is left entirely isolated to figure out the mess themselves. If your payment appears late, official guidelines suggest waiting 3 full business days before taking action. Most minor delays are caused by internal banking institutions failing to post the cleared funds immediately. This administrative structure creates immense friction, making it difficult to fix these widespread calculation errors. Sharing this defensive knowledge is the only way we can protect our collective financial future. By subscribing to this investigative network, we build a strong shield of shared legal awareness. We bring these hidden structural failures into the bright light of public scrutiny together. When we stand together as a unified community, they cannot isolate us one by one. Your awareness is the first and most powerful line of defense against these automated traps. Advocates argue that official systems rely on our silence and individual confusion to avoid making reforms. They expect families to just quietly accept the losses and drain their small retirement accounts. But understanding your specific legal rights changes the balance of institutional power completely. Every single piece of digital documentation you save becomes a powerful weapon for your defense. We must learn the complex rules of their game to protect our homes from destruction. There is a powerful hidden policy called protective filing that most citizens have never heard of. This rule dictates that your benefit start date is based on when you first tried to contact them. It does not matter when an understaffed representative finally answers your call or reviews your file. If you try to file this month but get blocked by busy lines, your rights are legally protected. But our community must possess undeniable physical proof of that initial contact to claim the funds. Take a clear screenshot of your phone screen every single time you attempt to call their numbers. Ensure the image shows the exact phone number, the date, and the total duration of your wait time. If you visit a local office and find it locked, take a photo with the date visible. Keep the paper ticket if you use an automated kiosk system at any federal field office. These simple visual records may help preserve your filing date if the agency accepts the documentation. When you finally reach a claims specialist, you must use specific phrasing to protect your account. State clearly that you attempted contact during a specific month and demand your protective date. This action prompts the agency to consider backdating your checks to the month you first encountered barriers. In this current broken environment, this strategy protects up to 3 months of rightful income. We are seeing these identical computer glitches affect Social Security and veteran benefits alike. The middle class is tired of being the ultimate economic cushion for government blunders. We pay our taxes honestly and deserve basic administrative competence from these public agencies. If you watch this investigation to the very end, you will possess the tools to fight back. We have compiled the exact steps needed to navigate their complex automated phone systems successfully. Our collective financial security depends on how well we distribute these vital defensive plans. The federal government is also enforcing a strict mandate that phases out most traditional paper checks. If you are still receiving your monthly support through the mail, you face high risks of theft. Paper checks encounter massive transit delays that direct electronic deposits eliminate completely. You must switch to direct deposit immediately through your official online account portal. If you attempt to update your banking information over the phone, a new rule applies. You must generate a one-time security PIN online while speaking to the live agent. This security step was added recently and cannot be skipped under any circumstances. Do not let their confusing online interfaces scare your family into giving up your rights. The system often operates in ways that exhaust your patience so that you stop fighting back. This friction creates a situation where people get tired of waiting on hold and abandon their claims. We must continue to document these systemic failures to force real legislative change. Several lawmakers are finally noticing the public outcry coming directly from our community. They are trying to introduce new bills to limit how far back the state can audit errors. There must be a strict statute of limitations placed on these devastating bureaucratic mistakes. If the agency fails to catch an internal calculation error within 12 months, they should lose access. This is the exact standard we hold private businesses to, and the public state must follow it. Until the federal laws change, our community must remain incredibly vigilant and organized. Talk to your neighbors and check on the vulnerable elderly residents living on your block. They are always the primary targets for these aggressive automated government scare tactics. Together, we can build a protective network that no federal agency can easily break down. If an official administrative letter arrives tomorrow morning, do not panic or ignore the warnings. Open it immediately and carefully note the exact date listed for your final appeal deadline. Create a dedicated physical folder for every single piece of correspondence regarding this matter. Never send your original documents to the agency because their offices frequently lose important files. Only send certified mail photocopies so you possess a verified tracking number for federal court. Contact your local congressional representative immediately to report the ongoing systemic failure. Their staff possesses the power to fast-track an investigation into a stalled waiver request. We have the ultimate power to protect our homes and our life savings from these unfair demands. Stay informed and keep supporting each other through this incredibly difficult economic storm. Our community is highly resilient, and we will navigate these institutional traps successfully together.